Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So I got an order today, like I told you yesterday, to fulfill. So this order's from Deborah, and she wants the new square Druzy tray mold. And she chose this color, Pearl X Duo Red Blue. She sent me a photograph of the color in her room, and it was close to this color. I mean, I had two that were similar. She chose this one. I always like to, especially with colors and going in a certain place, I always try to send colors to you guys to make sure I don't do it and then it's wrong. So she kind of wanted it two-toned, and she wanted the edge filled with mica and then the bottom like a transparent. So the only way to do that, because this mold is stepped down from here to here, there's a good gap here, like I was telling you on the original launch of this one, that there's a lot of space between them. I can't fill this with a resin. I actually have to paint it on the surface and then fill the whole thing. Otherwise, it's only going to fill a quarter of the way, and then the rest of this is going to be transparent, and that's not going to look good. So she gave me a choice of things to put in the center if they look decent. If not, we're going to leave it. She just wants some crushed crystal in that. I still have to see if I can find an alcohol ink close to this one. I forgot to do that, but we're going to make sure I can figure something out. So I'm just going to start brushing this onto the mold, and I know it's going to look pretty because I've saw some people do this on the collaboration. I wanted to see what everybody was doing for these. They have a whole new line out and all different shapes and sizes. So I wanted to check them all out. And there was a playlist in both of those videos that I did. One was done on April 12th. One was done on April 19th. So if you missed that collaboration and you want to see all their new line and other people making them, please go into those two particular days that I did. And then I'll try to get the video numbers on the screen for you, so you don't have to go searching, because I know it doesn't go by date on YouTube. So you can go see what everybody else is doing with this. So I don't think mixing this into my resin would stay transparent for her. But if that's the only option that I have, I'm going to have to figure something out. I'm just going to... Oh, let me tell you a little funny story I wanted to tell you about Deborah and me. So Deborah, if you watch me on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever, you may have caught the order that I did for her. I made her, for her daughter's birthday, a set of the puzzle piece trays. I don't want to call them coasters because they're not really coasters. So the picture's right here on the screen. If you saw that one, that was for Deborah. And so when I went to go mail them for her, I of course needed her address. So when she texted or she emailed me her address, I'm like, what do you mean you live in Arcadia? Like, I can drive these to you. So she's basically 45 minutes from me. So there's one store in Arcadia. The only thing I ever go to Arcadia for is that one store. And we usually go every 2 months, maybe. And I'm like, oh, you want to go down to Arcadia today and surprise Deborah and drop off her tray? Or not her, yeah, her trays. And Don's like, yeah, let's go. So we didn't tell her we were coming. We just kind of showed up at her door. And I heard the dogs barking and the cars was in the driveway. And I'm like, she's not home. We came all the way out here and she's not going to be home. We wanted to see her face when we knocked on the door. And so I found her phone number in an email somewhere. So I called her from her driveway and I'm like, hey, this is Michelle with Glitz and Glitter. I'm standing in your driveway. And she's like, I'm out in Lakewood Ranch, which is like an hour north of me instead of an hour south of me. So there was absolutely no way she was going to make it home. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I just showed up. I really shouldn't do that. But we just wanted to surprise her. And so I'm like, I'll just leave it here and then you can get it when you get home. It's no big deal. And she says, well, just bring it with you. And do you mind if I stop by and meet you on my way home? Because Lakewood Ranch is my town is on the way home from Lakewood Ranch for her. So she ended up, her and her daughter, the birthday girl, and they stopped by my house and picked up their order, and we got to chit chat for a little while. So I got to meet one of my viewers the other day. So that was pretty cool. And that took up the whole time. I was going to put you on a fast forward. Wasn't that even better? So you didn't have to listen to any music. All right. So now that that is on, I'm just trying to wipe this gently to get all the extra powder off. This holds about 17 ounces. I had to go watch my other video and I put 17 ounces in it. I'm going to mix up some crushed crystal. Oh, this is just streaking and I don't want it streaked on me. And I don't want a fingerprint. I've done that before too on these molds. There we go. I think I got it all. Should look good. Let me find an alcohol ink. And hopefully this might be pretty simple. I mean, I haven't painted this edge yet on this one, and if this works, and I think it will work, I've seen it done, that may be a really simple way of doing their Druzy molds if you don't do blooms or if you don't want them clear or whatever. So let me grab an alcohol ink. Let me see if I can match it and see how we're gonna do this. I'm a little confused now. Should have checked that before I started this.
In the glitz and the glitter where dreams align, crafting a treasure that's one of a kind.
I've got the 18 ounces mixed up. I did put a ½ ounce in here for Rose. I'm working on her order of butterflies still. Now look at this. These are all my reds and pinks. So I'm thinking this one is the closest to that one that I have. And that happens to be a pigment. Violet, called Violet, and not an alcohol ink. So I'm going to try my hardest. I mean, this is a lot of resin, so I don't think I can get it opaque even if I wanted to. So gosh, I hope I didn't just squirt too much because that looks pretty concentrated. I rarely use these, so I'm not well versed. Yeah, that'll be fine. And that looks, oh gosh, I hope it's okay. Let me see this color. Yeah, I mean, it looks pink, but I think it's gonna be all right. And I'm gonna just put a little bit of crushed crystal in like she wanted. Stir that in and see where we're at. And it's gonna be a little shallow, so I might actually need to put a little more color in, because it's really, really see how that transparent that is? When you're looking in deep, it's different. That is literally almost clear. So I'm going to put another squirt. So if you're going to pour like shallow, make sure you test it on a paper towel, because I know this looks like really intensely pink, but it's not going to be that when we pour it out. And then the more I stir it, the more that crushed crystal breaks up. So that's gone everywhere, which looks good. Let's test this one. It's getting there. I need it a little bit darker. Hopefully that's enough. I don't need any more crystal. Let me put that aside. And then I'm going to put it through the vacuum chamber, remove all the bubbles, which the crushed crystal would hide all of them, to be honest with you. But I'm going to do it anyway. That's getting better. It still needs some color though. Well, last squirt and then I'm done. I'm not going to do any more. I don't want to take any more chances. I hope it's okay. So she gave me a choice of things to put in the center if I have them. So I'm going to wait until we unmold it, see what it looks like, and if any of the things that I have will even look decent, we will put something in the center and then do a top coat again. Okay, that should be good. That's what I'm going with. So before I do that, I'm just gonna pour this into my butterfly. It doesn't need glue. I learned that with this brand new glitter. I thought it might need glue, but it doesn't to stay suspended. It looked just fine without it. This is a really super fine glitter. I just put a bunch in. So she wants, if you missed the past couple videos, she wants 10 of these made. So I'm on number 3, and I'm waiting for my order of glitter to come in. I'm a week behind you guys, so it very well could be linked in the description by now. But in my real life, I don't have it yet. And I know a lot of you are waiting for it. So hopefully it's already in my description box for you. Okay, let me get this debubbled and we will begin pouring.
Where dreams align, crafting a treasure that's one of a kind. A pink crystal edge that sparkles so bright. For Deborah's joy, it catches the light. Hummingbirds dance on a floral parade, whispering secrets as the details are laid. The flowers bloom in a radiant array, a masterpiece born for a dazzling display. Pink crystal.
Okay, my friends, it's time to pour it. Pour it and walk away and see what happens. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna pour right in the center. Wow, that is surprisingly close to that color. And we will have a little two-tone, just like she wanted. I'm just gonna fill it up. It should take everything in here. And it will. Perfect. Just gonna mix that concentrated portion up. All right, well, that was easy. No extras today. Sorry, y'all. Let me spray this with alcohol. That's gonna pop any bubbles. I'm gonna clean up. Once this is cured, I will see if any of the things that she wants are gonna look good with it, but I really won't know until we see it out of the blue mold. So BRB. It's cured, it's ready to come out. I'm excited to see that. I'm gonna do the butterfly first, of course. Gotta do the extras first. And just as beautiful as all the rest, we'll add the rhinestones she wanted and a magnet on the back of that one and put that away until tomorrow. Let's see what this looks like. You hear that beautifulness? There it is. Now it's got a black background, so don't pay attention to that. I really should get something white. So the edge did come out nice, even though you painted the mica powder on, and I think I picked the right color. Let me find a white sheet to put on behind this. How's that? That's much better. Now you can really see the color better. And you can see the crushed crystal in there. So that is all sparkling. She does want something in the center, and she gave me the choice between a peacock, roses, or hummingbirds. Now the roses that I have are on this washi tape, and they're more purple, and they're kind of small. So I'm not sure that that's the right choice. The peacocks are small too because it's washi tape. Let me grab the peacocks. I mean, I have a lot, but they're kind of small for the tray. The tray is kind of large. I can't remember if it's 8 by 8. Actually, I have a ruler here so I could tell you. It is, yeah, about 8.5 by 8.5. So it's quite large for a washi tape sticker. Although there's a tall one. But I just received these UV DTF stickers not too long ago. I've used one on a coaster the other day of the hummingbirds. So I think because it's much larger, we could pick one of these to go with it. I'm just trying to see which one might look good. There's all kinds of colors on here, but I think this one's the closest with the purples and the pinks in it. I don't want it to like get washed out because it's pink though, so let me cut this one out. We're gonna get this stuck on there. I will wash it down first, make sure it's clean, because once it's down forever, and you're not getting it up without scraping it and ruining it. And then I'm going to top coat it with clear, and probably don't need any more crushed crystal. I think there's enough in there. I'm just gonna let that dry for a minute. There we go. So on these, you have to pull the back off and the top off. So just pull the back off, get it situated where you want it, and you can use that back and reposition it on the sticker before you put it on forever. Sometimes they're hard to get off. There we go. Okay, so what I mean is like, because this is really super sticky, and so that part is still sticky. You can position it exactly where you want it. Press this part down, kind of like on a tumbler. And if you like it where it is, it's kind of hard to tell. Let me just pick this up for a minute. I think that's good. Looks good to me. Get that off. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, I hope. Let me just measure it. Okay, I mean, not that it's a 2 1/4. Yeah, it needs to move over a little bit. Two and a half. 2 1/2. That's much better. So put your piece of paper back under there before you put it down. And now that it's in place, I'm just going to push the sticker down really hard. Try not to get any bubbles in there. And then you peel the top piece off. These are really heavy duty, but I like to cover them anyway. They say they're heavy duty. I've never tested it. I'm just going by what they say. I don't know, to be honest with you. So there it is. I hope she likes my choice. Okay, I'm gonna mix up a little bit of resin. I don't think we need much, although I'm just gonna probably mix up too much on purpose. I might even, if I have enough, do another butterfly with it, but probably only need 2 ounces. I'm gonna mix up 3 just in case. I meant to pull out the tabletop resin, and I did the fast cure by accident. I wasn't thinking, so it doesn't matter. It just takes a little bit longer to cure, so that's really not a big deal. But I'm just gonna pour it on. I did not add crushed crystal to it. I think there's plenty in the tray itself. And I just want the thinnest layer that we actually need, because I want it to be a tray. I don't want it to be a plate. I'm sure she would appreciate that. So I'm just gonna push it. Let me get something other than this stick. Something a little bit better. I'm just gonna go around carefully and get it to the edge and see if it pulls away anywhere. If it does, we just need to add a little bit more, but I only want to put the smallest amount that's needed in order to cover it without it pulling away.
Dreams in the palm of your hand, a tray that shines like a magical land. Hummingbirds soaring through a floral sea. Deborah's delight, it's her fantasy. Every edge polished, every detail divine. This tray holds a story, a vision refined. A little bit of magic, a whole lot of care. A gift for Deborah beyond compare. Hummingbirds dance on a floral parade. A mass burning secrets born for a dazzle. Hummingbirds bloom in the rain.
I think that's good right there. I just needed to add a little bit here because it was pulling away. I don't want to go up any higher than I need to, and the sparkle came out really, really nice. I'm just going to pour a little bit and pour one of these butterflies, another one for Rose. And then I do have a little bit extra, so I need to figure out what I can make with it. And yeah, I don't want to waste it, so let me pour this one and then I will find out. Let me gotta move this aside here for a moment. I think this one is like 1/4 of an ounce. I always make too much, put it that way. But if you get this mold, a lot of you are buying this mold, I know. Make sure you squish those top wings or you'll end up with a bubble. It's easily fixable. I have fixed them in the past with UV resin. But you will definitely have a bubble. Now, when I say I always mix too much, I don't mix enough. I need a little bit more. I was trying not to waste a little bit of this glitter that I do have while I'm waiting for my order to come in. I'm just gonna swirl the rest of this in here with the rest of the glitter that was stuck on the bottom. You gotta be kidding me, do I need more? Now it's like gonna use way more than it ever did, right? I'm sure I'm right? I need a little drop more. Barely, but I do need a drop. There we go. So we're just gonna let these two things cure. Let me find something for the rest. How much do I have left? Just out of curiosity. Where are my ounces? I have just under an ounce left. So that didn't even take 2. It took like 1.5 ounces for that, because this took a 1/2 ounce. Whatever. Okay, let me find another mold. I mixed this new Rolio Purple Heart, whoops, in the rest of it, and I'm gonna make this little turtle. This doesn't take quite 1 ounce, but it takes quite close to 1 ounce, I think. I just wanted to see the color of the pigment paste in the resin, because the last time I did it on a extra, it was just for the back of that rose yesterday. So let's see it on the front of a faceted one. I still have a little left. I think I will make some pendants, my favorite thing to make. Even though I know I said I need to make some magnets instead, but there's not a whole lot in here. So we're just gonna let that cure. And we will do my favorite pendant. That's probably all that I have left. Very, very close. That'll be pretty with some rhinestones down it. Whoops. Me making a mess here. There we go. I've just got a touch more. I could probably do one more, so I will get that last mold, get this all cured, and then we will be finished.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage. explode in a radiant haze, crafting a masterpiece that's gonna amaze. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare, diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz and gold with a stroke of flare, diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my...
And I am finished, you guys. I put some rhinestones on that one, like I said. Just want to move that one over a little bit. Isn't that pretty? And glued a flat back bail on the back. I love that deep purple. I didn't mix the pigment good enough on this one, and the pigment dropped to the bottom and was actually in my mold uncured. So I wiped all the pigment off and I covered the spot with a few rhinestones so I didn't have to get rid of it. So it's a little pink heart inside of a purple heart. So how do you like that save? And then here is the beautiful little turtle. So I didn't have any problems with pigment in all the other ones. It was just wasn't mixed all the way in that one. Maybe I scraped. Oh, that's right. This was the last piece and I scraped the bottom of the cup. So that's why it had pigment in there that was not mixed together. So here's the two butterflies. These are all finished. So I've got, oh, I forgot to put the magnets on the back. I will do that. I have 4 finished now. We only have 6 more to go. And then this is cured. This doesn't look any different. It's just, it's cured and it's dry and everything is sealed in. I'm going to go ahead and send Deborah some pictures. I hope she likes it. What do you guys think of it? It looks pretty on that white background. I hope her dresser is white or a light color. And if not, Deborah, you can always paint the back of it white and it'll look like this. So stick around for those photos, you guys. I have a few cool things coming up in the next few days. So stick around, come back tomorrow, see what I'm up to, and I will see you then. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come one day. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes, a radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story her colors tell. Faith and love in every part, Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams in sparkly streams, her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her heart we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story her colors tell.